The songs they come up with. Hey everyone, Henriello here, welcome back. Right now we are going to watch Wag the Dog from 1997. A patron suggested this movie to me, gave me a quick summary of what the movie is about, as well as its relevance to certain events which may or may not be happening right now. So then I decided to watch this movie just for fun, not because it has anything to do with a president or a sex scandal, but just watching for fun. So let's get to it. Why does a dog wag its tail? Because a dog is smarter than its tail. If the tail were smarter, the tail would wag the dog.
Never change horses in midstream.
Never change horses. Sounds like a smart bet to me.
Don't change horses in midstream. Re-elect the president.
Wow.
Tell them what they need to know.
Oh, and the president said one thing. Get me Conrad Breen.
Anyway, what's the thing? We had an illegal immigrant 90-some years back. Made it past some secretary some years ago.
Firefly girls from Santa Fe here last month. President took her into behind the Oval Office. It couldn't have been over 3 minutes. The Secret Service would back me up.
Who's got the story?
Hey, don't you want to know if it's true?
What difference does it make? Story and it breaks, they're gonna have to run with it. Where is he? China. All right, he stays on the ground in China at least another day. He's sick. Get that out right now. Tell the jackals how sick he is. We got to get that out before the story breaks.
It won't even hold the day, Conrad.
Yes, it will. Why is the president in China?
Trade relations.
Goddamn right. And it's got nothing to do with the B-3 bomber.
There is no B-3 bomber.
I just said that. I don't know why these rumors get started. What is it?
The other side's new commercial.
The Neil commercial.
Yeah, we had somebody steal it from the editing bay.
Has the president changed his tune? Thank heaven for little girl. The presidency is about honor.
Oh wow, directly attacking.
Thank heaven. This tune has got to change. Vote Neil for president.
Oh, boy. Whoever's leaking that stuff to that geek at the Post lets it slip. Jeez, I hope this won't screw up the B3 program. What B3 program and why should it screw it up? Why? The crisis.
What crisis?
I'm working on that.
Haha. Creating a crisis out of nowhere.
Honey, it won't prove out.
Doesn't have to prove out. We just got to distract it. Just got to listen 2 weeks till the election.
I see. Creating a smoke screen, smoke and mirrors.
I got to go to LA. See a Hollywood producer. Don't worry about it. It's nothing new. During Reagan's administration, 240 Marines killed in Beirut. We invade Grenada. That was their MO. Change the story, change the lead.
We can't afford a war.
We're not going to have a war. We're going to have the appearance of a war.
But they would find out.
Who's going to find out? Who's going to tell them?
Albania. Why?
What do you know about them?
Nothing.
Precisely. What do you know about Albanians? Who trusts Albanians?
Yeah, but what did Albania ever do to us?
What did they ever do for us?
Wow.
Your press office right now to deny it. There is no report of Albanian activity. I have to deny it.
It didn't happen.
The more they try to deny it and cover it up, the more people think it's suspicious. But there's actually really nothing there.
Today, a local Firefly girl accused the president of sexual misconduct. With the election only days away, how much will this scandal affect the outcome?
At the same time, we don't even know if this allegation is true or not.
If it is true, he must step down. If it's not true, then he must... We are informed he has extended his visit.
Accusations have surfaced which could affect the outcome.
My God, this is how a Hollywood producer lives? This is bigger than the White House.
Of sexual misconduct.
They're going to run this man through the shredder. We can hold a break in the dam for 11 days till the election.
Comment, please, on the rumors. The president's delay is due to the situation in Albania.
Ah.
I'm not aware of the situation to which you refer.
Is his trip connected with the B-3 bomber?
To the best of my knowledge, there is no B-3 bomber.
Now they're getting it. There you go.
Oh, it's working.
You bought yourself 1 day, maybe 2.
All I need is 11 till the election.
The guy fucked a Girl Scout.
A Firefly girl. What do you think would hold it off, Mr. Moss?
Nothing. You'd have to have a war. I'm in show business. Why come to me?
Naked girl, covered in napalm. V for Victor. 5 Marines raising the flag. You remember the picture 50 years from now, you have forgotten the war. Go for it. Smart bomb falling down a chimney. One video of one bomb. The American people bought that war. War is show business.
Marketing, media.
They gotta know at some point.
Who?
The public. You watch the go for. What do you see day after day? One smart bomb falling down a chimney. I was in the building when we shot that shot. We shot it in a studio. Is that true? How the fuck do we know? You take my point?
You want me to produce your war?
Not a war. It's a pageant. We need a theme, a song, some visuals. How would you like an ambassadorship?
That's my payoff.
Tell me what you want.
I just do it for the fun of it, for a story to tell.
Oh, no, you couldn't tell me.
Oh, hey, listen, I'm just kidding. Why Albania? Well, they have to have something we want. What do we have that they want?
Freedom?
Why would they want that?
Oppressed?
Fuck freedom. They want to destroy our way of life, all right? Okay? We just found out they have the bomb.
That's good.
And... No, the bomb's not there because they'd have to have a rocket in that shit. So it's a suitcase bomb. I didn't even know I said that. It's a suitcase bomb. You don't need missiles. But it's cooking, it's cooking. Albanian terrorists have placed a suitcase bomb in Canada to infiltrate the bomb into the USA.
Oh, that's how stories are created.
The president wonders about the possible Albanian backlash.
You can't have a war without an enemy. Well, it's like that thing with the yellow ribbons.
The thing with the yellow ribbons?
They tie the yellow ribbons around everything.
Yeah, but that was a naturally occurring... What, that wasn't put up top?
The yellow ribbons from the war.
It can't be a ribbon.
What's wrong with a ribbon?
Because AIDS is a ribbon, the yellow ribbon.
What guards us against Canada?
Mounties guard the border. Mountie hats.
Stupid fucking. What? I'm thinking armbands.
Armbands is good.
And I'm thinking green.
Young girl in rubble, driven from her home by Albanian terrorists. It is her we are mobilizing.
I like this broad right here.
Where? No, yours is too Texan.
Albania's hard to ride.
What are you looking at me for? It's the name of the country. John Belushi? Jim Belushi?
Jim Belushi what?
Albanian.
Jim Belushi's Albanian?
Surest thing you know.
Is it a national dish?
Well, nobody would know, right? We can make it up.
They can make it up, yeah. They can make up anything they want. That's a scary thing when you market it enough and you just make it go viral, put it up everywhere, then people just go along with the flow.
Everybody's always in a hurry these days.
They'll be changing something that doesn't need changing.
That's why I'm glad we're standing behind the president.
Sure we are. You don't want to change horses in midstream.
Why are they sticking with the same old garbage?
I feel insulted just having seen it.
New York Times, Washington Post, World War I. Times got the Firefly Girl in the style section.
It's working.
Would you vote for that person based on...
You know I don't vote.
Why don't you vote?
At one time, Major League Baseball, when they started the fans voting, they voted for Boo Powell. He didn't get in, and it disappointed me. Do you vote?
No.
Liz, do you vote?
No, I don't vote. I'm too claustrophobic. I can't vote in small places.
What if it wasn't Albania, okay? Let's say it was Italy. A lot of walking around catching it's Italy, but give them the boot. What if a shoe was the favorite?
The president's going to go to war with Albania in about...
Declaring war in Albania?
No, we're not declaring war. We're going to war. We haven't declared war since the Second World War.
It's the wording.
He says that the Republic of Albania is staging ground for terrorism around the world.
All right, people. Let's get started.
They've got the whole setup, and it's all done in the studio.
What is your name?
Tracy Lime.
I want you running toward me, screaming.
Wait to put this on my resume.
I just want kids. Tracy, can I talk to you for a minute? So I just want kids.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. The president would like a kitten.
No, I want a kiss.
Excuse me, I'm going to have you sign this.
My agent would be real messy.
This is your security clearance.
Nope, it's probably an NDA.
This is a nice one. No, but that's not a kitten. That's a cat.
They just want to give you some action.
Yes, but it's too confusing, and that guy keeps pushing the lobster. Tracy. Right there.
These are chips.
Yes.
Can I hold the kitten?
No, we'll punch it in later, right there.
You're gonna punch the kitten later?
What?
Why?
Why?
For a wider set of options.
When this goes national, I get to put it on my resume?
Actually, no. You never tell anyone you did this.
What could they do to me?
They come home to your house and kill you.
The president. She's not an illegal immigrant, is she? The president cannot employ an illegal immigrant. Let me see.
Let's use more spray.
Cover up.
Okay, good. Put the village behind.
Some sound of screaming. Ooh-ah sirens.
What the hell is ooh-ah?
You know, ooh-ah, and Frank.
Oh, okay. That's good, yeah. Okay, we're gonna do it again, sweetie. What's her name, Stacy?
Tracy.
Tracy. Could she be running across a bridge?
Oh, wow.
That was good.
She's running across with the kitten. Can we have a calico kitten?
How about you put some jets flying overhead, doomsday sky, dying corpses littered around?
What?
The president wants a white one.
He wants
What?
a white one.
Who cares?
Why do I hate it when they start to meddle?
A white one. Now, seriously, Is this for real? Is the editing can they actually do this? Because that's super impressive to me.
We've just received information that the young Albanian national is attempting to escape terrorist reprisals in her village.
The cat looks so real.
This is only the beginning. Where do we get the song? Then you have the song, the image, the merchandising.
I bet the cat was actually real. The girl was actually holding the cat. I don't think the editing was that amazing back then.
There are unconfirmed reports from a reliable source that things are in motion.
Reliable source.
However, the source will not go on record. All I can tell you is this comes from the highest level.
So hard to trust the media.
Is there some festival, some harvest festival?
Find me a harvest festival, Albanian harvest
She
festival.
gives them the sacred whatever it is, blah, 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 telling them this is the sacred traditional...
Is she saying this in Albanian?
She's speaking in Albanian because this is the only way it can be understood. A face of innocence, no cynicism, blah, blah, blah.
Are you getting this?
Now the old broad starts to break down and cry. Covers it with his own coat, end of story.
Amazing production in the making.
No rain tomorrow at Andrews, but they do have rain tomorrow at Boca Raton.
The director played the Boco.
Do you know who we are?
I'm afraid that's the trouble, Miss Ames.
CIA.
Oh, God, now that the CIA knows, I'm going to lose everything. My career, my reputation. What am I going to do?
Bring it through.
Two things I know to be true. There's no difference between good flan and bad flan, and there is no war.
I would like to point out that I am under medical care. Taking medication, the side effects of which are
Quite touching. There are no nuclear devices in Albania. Our spy satellites show no secret terrorist training camps in the Albanian hinterland. The Albanian government is screaming its defense. The world is listening. There is no war.
Of course there's a war. I'm watching it on television.
When the fit hits the shan, somebody's going to have to stay after school. Who do you suppose that might be?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are we spending $250 billion a year in the Defense Department? What good are they if they show nothing? They're forced to choose between the security of your country and the security of your job. Which would you pick? They are one and the same, your country and your job. Let me ask you a simple question. Why do people go to war?
To ensure their way of life.
Would you go to war to do that?
I have.
The war of the future is nuclear terrorism. It is, and it'll be against a small group of dissidents. And to go to that war, you have to be prepared. You got to be alert. If you're not gearing up to fight that war, then eventually the axe will fall, and you're going to be out in the street. You said go to war to preserve your way of life? Well, Chuck, this is your way of life. And if your spy satellites don't see nothing, go home and prematurely take up golf, my friend. Because there ain't no war but ours. Nice enough people, they just haven't thought it through.
Oh, no. You talked to somebody, right?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what happened in that conversation.
But it appears something has distracted the president. There's a little girl trying to speak to the president.
The older woman is quite taken as the president is offering her the coat. It's quite an emotional moment here.
Oh, wow. Great performance.
With courage and strength.
Oh, and the music, of course.
Our forefathers earned the right to be free.
Yeah, at least the song is good. Nice vocals.
On the rock of liberty.
Ooh. Nice.
Gotten word that the situation in Albania is resolved. The CIA confirms...
What does it mean the situation has been resolved?
He just ended the war.
Just like that.
Hit with the flu, a war, and accused of sexual misconduct by a teenage girl.
CIA.
The CIA? I thought they let us out of there 2 weeks ago.
The war's over, guys.
No, it's over.
I saw it on television.
I'm going to have to sell my house.
I saw it on television. If you saw it on TV, it's real. It has to be true.
You think you're in a tight spot now. Try making the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. 3 of the horsemen died 2 weeks before the end of principal photography. This is nothing. This is just Act 1. Now we really do need an Act 2.
A brave American serviceman is left behind.
A hero. We had a war we forgot the hero was left behind who was just discarded like an old shoe.
Oh, that's good.
What?
That's good.
What did I say?
Shoe.
Old shoe?
Yeah.
It's just instinct. Johnny, the war is over. Now we're going to need a new song, a good old shoe.
Oh, shit. What key do you want it in?
A minor.
I need a list of military special programs.
They don't know who they're playing with. No. They don't shut down our picture.
Is there anybody there named Schumann?
Shoe.
Daddy had a hound dog. Used to call him Balamira.
Ooh.
Anybody here know Morse code? We drop them behind enemy lines, and he's
trapped in the sweater.
Good. Is there a way we can make it sound old and scratchy?
With an old label, I see where you're going with this. The president reveals that William Schuman was trapped behind enemy lines. Heartfelt.
Touching.
Touching.
We might even get to heaven, so long through.
I see what they did there. The sole of the shoe.
Put this in the Library of Congress right away. In 1930, right away, please.
Huh.
Tonight, you remember some song from the folk song days, something about a good old shoe.
Tonight.
Wait till you hear the speech tonight, the 303 speech. Great.
This is politics at its finest. This
Politics.
is when the rubber meets the road. You think this is tough? I was 4 months into production on the Song of Solomon, found out I didn't have the rights. This is nothing. Will you look at that shit?
Not wise, because you don't change horses in midstream.
Yeah, I...
Don't change horses.
He won't do it.
What do you mean he won't do
He
it?
won't do the speech.
He won't do our speech?
He says it's corny.
It's what? Of course it's corny. We wouldn't have him say the flipping thing if it wasn't corny. We're locked into this speech, right? We're locked in. This is what I need. Give me 30 secretaries. You put them in an office now. I need to see the president. I need 5 minutes of his time.
He thinks it's too corny.
Oh, don't tell me the speech is corny. Just tell him I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The threat of nuclear terrorism has been quelled. This speech needs just a little bit of...
Wow. A moving speech that forces the tears out of your eyeballs. It may be corny, but it works. And if it works, do it.
You know, Connie, I felt very much at home in there. I could have gone this way. It's all a change of wardrobe.
Plato once said,
What?
it doesn't matter how the fuck you get there, as long as you get there.
He said that? Peace is at hand.
Wow, there's even the clear throat and take a sip of water.
By a designation number 303. A member of that group was left behind. The parents of the missing man, I can only say, no effort will be spared to find this brave man and bring him home. You'll see his sweater is worn, a message in the Morse code. And
Wow.
that message is Courage Mom.
Wow, that's genius.
Not bad for government work.
Yeah, that subtle detail will really touch the heart. Have to admit, they're good at what they do. They know how to sway the American hearts.
His unit mates gave him the nickname Old Shoe.
Wasn't there an old folk song called Old Shoe?
There was no such song before today.
It's all, thinking ahead. That's what producing is.
It's like being a plumber.
Do your job right, nobody should notice. When you fuck up, everything gets full of shit. Wanna go first? Sure.
Ah,
History, Connie.
creating a trend, huh?
Hey, what, Sergeant?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Out, boy.
So easy to create a trend when you have the influence and the connections. That's a really good throw.
There is one thing I'd like to say.
James
and this is
Belushi.
to the Albanian that have this man in custody.
I didn't know Jim Belushi was Albanian.
Oh,
The memorial. The memorial. Mm-hmm. That's the memorial of the fallen. Beauty part is, guess who retains the merchandising rights?
they've got a memorial ready. Wow. They're gonna make history.
What did he eat when he was behind enemy lines?
Birds, snakes.
Bullshit. He ate little tiny cheeseburgers because we got the shoe burger with cheese and 303 sauce behind enemy lines or any time, huh?
Capitalizing on turning everything into profit, taking advantage of the situation. He's a businessman.
This moment of sheer patriotism threw their tennis shoes onto the court by the hundred, just for the old shoe.
The whole thing may be fake, but it's uniting people for a certain cause. If only they could use their talents to produce something that might actually, contribute to society.
Who's gonna move who to?
Pride of a job well done, Stan.
Well, it's the gratitude of your party and of your president, right?
What is that worth?
Units of 303 stormed the mountain hideaway near the city of blah, 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 freeing a tired but happy William Schuman. Expected in Washington tomorrow morning. How's that?
So when we touch down tomorrow, Big Bird is going to meet Schumann at the airport.
Big mistake. You gotta bring him in by stages. Schumann is Jaws. You have to tease him. You don't put Jaws in the first reel of the movie. Vote for me Tuesday. Wednesday, I will produce Schumann.
I agree.
You take the fruit of 40 years, hard lessons, mistakes, and you call it wisdom. End of the day, just when you know something, time to go home.
You have courage, Mom.
You see her? That was real tears. That's what I want. That's it. That's my reward. That's the payoff.
The payoff is seeing how your work has affected the lives of millions. That's the real payoff for an artist.
He's become known to the American public simply as the old shoe. Here at Andrews Air Force Base, they prepare for the return of Willie Schumann.
Rub some meat on Schumann's cuff. Little dog runs to it. The dog loves Schumann.
Detailed planning all to the end.
Keys to the manacles.
Could you? Oh my God. Wait. What is the trouble?
No trouble at all, ma'am.
Why is he in chains?
No trouble at all, ma'am. Love it.
Special programs, they gave us special prisons. What did he do?
He raped a nun.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And
I don't want to know an aunt.
he's fine as long as he gets his medication.
If he doesn't,
He's not fine.
They'll probably just chuck it up to PTSD and traumatic experiences when he was behind enemy lines. 2 pills every 4 hours.
Tomorrow they're having beans.
We're trying to do this thing.
Well, as long as you get me back for the beans.
For the beans, yes.
If you're gonna keep me out, I'd kind of like a chance to go to church. You know what I mean?
what have you done to me?
Winifred.
What have you done to me?
If you look at the backstory, the guy coming back from combat and torture, of course he's going to be a little fucked up.
Yep.
This is nothing. Did you ever shoot in Italy? This is nothing.
Who are you sons of bitches?
Trevor, nobody.
Just calm down.
He's gonna need a whole... Wait, his legs just went stiff.
But we are still waiting for his plane to land at Andrews Air Force Base. Long overdue.
What do we do now, huh? Huh? What do we do now, huh, boy producer?
They seriously crashed and they survived.
Huh? What do we do now, liberal affirmative action shithead? Peacenik, call me fuck!
This is nothing, piece of cake!
Everything is nothing.
Fuck you.
Taking every chance to attack.
Albanian dissidents. Having somehow obtained a surface to their mission.
If you got a problem, solve it. That's producing. Someday when they tell this story,
Can't tell this story.
not now, but I mean when they do tell this story.
Nobody can tell this story ever.
Decades into the future, maybe. The story will be leaked out.
He spent the last 12 years in a military prison.
Yeah, and how are we going to explain that?
His records say he was in prison, as all the records say of Group 303, because of the secrecy involved.
Ah, of course, that solves the problem.
Schumann was to return to American soil today after his safe rescue in Albania.
Closely, and we'll keep you updated as to any developments.
Birdie.
I'm a little concerned about the driver of the rig. He doesn't have a green card.
So what?
What, do you want Schumann to be rescued by an illegal alien? We can't have Schumann being saved by an illegal immigrant.
Who's gonna know?
I like the nightlife. I like to boogie.
Susie! You in there? Shoot, can't you remember that? Oh, God, he's dead. Oh, my. Oh, wait a minute. He's not dead. He's... Strike that.
Well,
Well, we were this close.
This is nothing. What are you talking about?
this is nothing.
We killed old Shoe.
What is better than the triumphal homecoming of a war hero?
They could bring his body back. He got rescued, but he didn't make it back alive. That's even more sorrowful.
God bless the men of the 303.
The songs they come up with.
For on the sea were the fighting men of the
303. And there's even the dog.
Lassie barks twice and it's time to take out the garbage. Hell of a show, Stan.
We did a good job. That's our reward.
Yeah.
You can't save the world. All you can do is try.
The success of the president in the polls,
As of today, 89% favorable.
89%.
89%.
I am prouder of this than anything I ever did in my life.
A surefire winner, and the campaign, many said, that put him there.
Another great race today, Johnny. Commercials, 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 commercials. 89%.
Which we're dealing with today.
Yes, commercials, 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 commercials.
He can't believe that they're attributing the success of our president to those lousy horse commercials.
You think I did this for money? I did this for credit. I'm not gonna stand here and let two dickheads from film school take it.
You're playing with your life now.
Oh, fuck my life.
You
Bullshit.
can't do it.
Don't you tell me that. Don't you ever tell me that. I put this thing together out of spit and polish. Look at that.
It's the best work I've ever done in my life because it's so honest.
Honest. If he tries to take the credit, he's going to be silenced, isn't he?
Do you swear to uphold the duties and responsibilities of a citizen of the United States of America, to defend her from all enemies, foreign and domestic?
Getting his green card.
Film producer Stanley R. Motts died suddenly of a massive heart attack while sunbathing poolside. 57 or 62 years old, depending on the bio.
57 or 62.
And a group calling itself Albania Unite claimed responsibility for the bombing moments ago of the village of Klos, Albania. We'll be sending planes and troops back in to finish the job.
Stanley Motts and Conrad Breen created a masterpiece to shift the public's attention from the sex scandal to a non-existent war. They were so successful in doing that because, like Conrad said, I saw it on TV. Of course it happened. I saw it on TV, and it's the same today. I saw it on social media. I saw it on the internet. I saw it in news. I saw it in the media. I saw it on TV. I saw it on this and that. And so they believe it's real. We have to remember who controls the media and who controls the flow of information, because even news outlets can be fooled with false information. I don't even need to say too much because it's all clearly shown in this movie how simple it is as long as you have the influence and the connections. It's really simple to manipulate the news and the media and in turn manipulate the public. The quote at the beginning of the movie talking about the dog wagging the tail or the tail wagging the dog, I think it said the dog wags the tail because the dog is smarter. And in this case, Conrad Breen and Stanley Motts, they are the smart ones and they wag the tail. And the tail, I think, refers to the public. The public's emotions, their perceptions, their thoughts. It's all in the palm of their hands. With a bit of makeup and costume and video and everything, they can just mold the public perception. They can just do whatever they want with it. They have that power. The public is none the wiser, and that's the scary thing. For a lot of us, common people, we can only rely on limited places to get the news and updates on what's happening. If the news are actually being manipulated, then how are we to know? Who's to know? How can you believe what you are seeing and hearing? The war, Albania, little girl with a kitten, the war hero, the shoes, the songs, fake. It's all fake. It's all just well crafted to manipulate the public, and it worked so wonderfully. This movie was released in 1997. Think about all the years before and all the years that came after. How many times were the public manipulated, just like in the movie? I'm sure it happened plenty of times, and no one knows any better. This is why I'm always so skeptical of the news. I would only believe in it if I see it in person. But even then, even in person, it could still be acted out. Just like that scene when the president receives that straw doll of the harvest festival from that Albania girl. That girl and her mother they were planted there. They weren't even real. So what is real and what's not? I have no idea. I don't know. I believe this movie will remain relevant for many, many, many years to come. This thing happens all the time, even right now, perhaps. If this video gets blocked or if I suddenly get a massive heart attack, you know what really happened. Anyways, what do you think of Wag the Dog? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching it with me. Hope you enjoyed my reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully, I'll survive till then. Well, have a great day. Peace.